Hi everyone. So, thanks Maz. Right, so I'm just gonna hmm, shall I put some music on actually while I sort these screenshots out? Because one of them, oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna laugh so hard. You're gonna have to go pop down and get some tenor lady pads. Right. How are you all doing? This is a bit of just a random live really, to be honest. Because I'm up to date with everything and everything's done. And I thought, oh God, if I don't do something, I'm going to get bored. So here I am. Hi Mel, how you doing? Right, I think I've got back to everyone now from the emails. God, that's like a marathon. I'm not complaining. It's just I had a right bee in my bonnet. And I thought, right, I'm doing it all now. Doing it all now. Oh, Slime. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Slime's all right. He's just having a bit of a break. Right, let's put some music on and chat amongst yourself because I've just got to sort these screenshots out. Right, what can we use that I won't get thingy-majigged? Uh, mm, mm, mm. We'll just leave that one. I don't know. Michelle, don't know. I don't know. Right, I'm back. I think it was one of them songs where it goes on repeat. Right, right. Are you ready? Right, hang on. Sorry, let me just catch up with the chat. Right, Twinkle. Da, 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 da. Hi, Aspie. Not good I doing real badly, said someone who else who chats with him. Thought you'd have a better update. Right, let's get some of these on. Right, they're not in order. So, Tricky, don't forget you've got 2 weeks starting from yesterday. Or do you want me to start from today? Oh, no, not that one. This is one of the hi Clumple. This is one of the one of my mods sent these to me last night, but I didn't see my phone before I went live, so I didn't get a chance to thingy. Right, so it says here, and it's got he's taken a picture off Google, and as if like, look who I've got kind of thing, you know, surveillance. And it says here, last tweet today, I'm friends with snipers, expert in espionage, surveillance, explosive and negotiators, unarmed combat, ministers, lords, celebrities, special forces and bounty hunters. So stop with the name calling and trolling. You must be absolutely mad. Really? Tricky. You must be, as well as a couple of other delinquents on this YouTube platform. I think you must be one of the strongest, or no, extreme fantasists out there. Would everyone agree with that? It's as almost like he really does think he's some kind of lord, doesn't he? Oh my God, can you imagine next year he's going to put his thing as Lord Trevor Colt? Because all you have to do is buy a bit of land and you're immediately called Lord. I might do that actually. Yeah, I could do that and sell it for more. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Who's he suing, Clumple? Oh God, this is going to be a laugh. Tricky, who are you suing? Do you want to come over here and we can all give you some of our expert advice on how not to handle it? I think that'd be marvellous. I charge £150 an hour. Right, let's get some more up. Oh, it's the weekend. That's why it's popping and banging so much. Right, this is another part of his, another one of his charity thingamajiggies. I have great news coming, buddy. I've set up a foundation that financially assist veterans with mental health issues. So that was that one. So this is all going back to how it all really started, really. It's just dribs and drabs. And we have put some of it out before, like this, for example. I think this was the American veterans one, you know, like ongoing from last night. Yeah, this is it. So this is the GoFundMe. This is what he wanted, evidently. Oh dear. And here we go. This is, you know, this is just one GoFundMe. He's got in, well, from what we counted, he's got several. Right, let's put another one up. I've done that one. Oh my God. Oh, this one. Oh, this one. You're going to laugh at this one. You're gonna laugh. Another example of fantasist. I won't tweet this again. What did he say in the last one? Oh, my last tweet. I won't tweet this again as it offends the constantly offended. Please don't troll me. I have friends in cybersecurity and I found everyone so far. They piss their pants when I turn up. Oh, tricky. Well, who it is? Oh, right. I'll get one of the mods to watch it so I don't have to give him a legit view. Do you see what I mean? Talk about fantasist 101. What's the is there some sort of private number like 922 or something for the Broadmoor or mental institute asylum? Because there bloody well needs to be one with the likes of Tricky and the other delinquents in on the run in the loose on the loose even. I think Broadmoor and any asylum needs to do a make their own emergency number 922. Exactly, defended. They'd seriously pissed their pants laughing. Tricky. Oh, Tricky. You're all bark. And you found everybody so far. Okie dokes. Didn't find me, did it? Did you? With your friends handing over a fake address. Mm-hmm. Tut tut tut. It's just so funny. What sort of person, come on guys, have you ever known anyone this bad? It's one extreme to the next. And what happened to the money with that old military mansion you were gonna allegedly purchase for yourself, Tricky? What happened to the money for that? You obviously didn't raise enough, that's for sure. Right, let's get rid of that one, otherwise it gets clogged up. Oh, some of these are honestly, you couldn't make it up. There's one. Right, done that one. Ah, this one is where Tricky. Come on, StreamYard, what the hell do you think you're doing? This is where he wanted to buy Glock online. GUN, just in case we're not allowed to say that word now. Because I'm not willing to pay full price as Tricky, you need to type correctly, please. Because I'm not willing to pay full price as I know I have ex-friends on this page that will send me a DM with a price. And I want to get my eye back into some shooting for a hobby. Well, you certainly know how to shoot yourself in the foot, boy, don't you? Old Ginge, old Pingerling. Right, let's remove that. And then where's Fifi? What's she been up to? Done that one. No, was it that one? Oh, I think it was this one. How much is the Glock pistol? Tricky, you're not very smart, are you? Not very smart at all. Right, done all them. Blimey, it feels like I've had loads. Oh no, I done them yesterday. But where's Fifi? Pingerling with a black ball. Yeah. Oh, these pingerlings, eh? Right, right, this is the funniest one. What do you think? Atlanta is we don't agree. He's on a high at ref Sir David Beckham. He was wrong earlier this year that DV was going to take over Invictus. I mean, we all want that to happen, but he was going on a hunch. Oh, right. Yeah, you're talking about that. I very much doubt they ever will. So, yeah, was there anything else? Defender, was there anything else? I can't remember. But yeah, it's very interesting that oh, Meghan Markle. She's oh, that was the other thing. Right, I've got to go over here. Right, is this the one? Oh, yep, this is it. Gotta go this way. Look at the state. Right, where is it? Right, right. Shoot. Yes, but no, but. Bothered. Face bothered. Oh my God. God, God damn. Meghan's gone chav. Meghan Markle has gone totally chav. Yes, but no, but. Bothered. Face bothered. Chav. Does anyone know what's been going on? I'm in the mood for a bit of Meghan Markle for the at least only 5 minutes. What's she been up to? Who's she pissed off? Who's she been shagging behind her husband's back? You know what a trollop she is. God, more of a trollop than feral Fifi. Fifi, we clocked what you were doing there. Uh-huh. Self view is, I don't know. And I'll, to be honest, I would have never put two and two together. Hmm, interesting. Right, hang on, sorry. I've just got to update Leah on the dog. She we had to take her to the vet a few days ago. Oh, hang on, sorry, I've just got to right. I'll get that one up there in a minute. Yeah, we had to take her to the vet because she woke up like in the morning and walked in the living room and she was laying on the mat, which is unlike her. So I thought, oh, something's happened. And anyway, she couldn't get up. She was when she was walking, she was almost walking sideways. So I thought she's done something to her neck. She must have done. Anyway, took her to the vet, and she was really sore in her tummy as well. So we're thinking, ah, the pig's ear she had the day before. Maybe it had a sharp bit on there, and you know what dogs are like. And she didn't chew it up properly. So and we were thinking the worst. Anyway, the next day we took her to the one in the next town, Vets for Pets, because they've got scanning machines and stuff. And they said she's definitely sore in her neck. So I definitely think because Bonnie likes to dig, really dig. And obviously, like, we've lost the sofa wall. So that is her bed now. If people come round, they just have to sit on the floor or bring their bean bags. But yeah, so I think what she's done is during the night she's been digging, got herself caught, flopped herself off the sofa and landed badly, and her neck was involved somehow, because I can't see any other reason why her neck would be sore. Anybody check? Yes, I did email her earlier, Mel, about 10 minutes before the live, I think. Um, no worries, Lisa. Um, I'll go over the funniest bits in a sec. Sorry, Lisa, this was a bit of a random live, really, to see who was around and what other topics you would all like to talk about. Oh, God, yes, spaceships. There's something going on in the in space. They have found, hang on, let me get the channel name, then when you've got time you can go and look. I also watch, I'll put it on my, after this I'll put it on my community post. There's a really funny guy. Hi Joe, how you doing? What was we on about? Spaceships, wasn't it? Yeah, he talks about, explains what stars are coming up that night, or what's going on in the skies and blah blah blah. So I'll see what he has to say about it. But the channel is, oh God, no, that's not it. Is this it? Rogue, right? Yeah, this is it. This is his channel name. Stefan Burns. I'll if any of the mods can get the link, is that all right? Thank you. That's a good watch, because he explains it in a more scientific, you know, uh, way. Whereas in the other guy, he explains it more in a fun sort of way, as if I think his channel is probably for all ages, because you know when they come across like they were on Blue Peter or something, that kind of attitude, you know, as if like they're including all ages. But he explains it in a different way. And yeah, apparently there is an object. Hang on. What's it say here? Rogue object discovered in between 31 Atlas and Earth, 31 Atlas probe or new comet. But this guy explains that it hasn't got a tail, because normally they'd have a little tail, wouldn't they? And some people like to call them um, flying stars or something like that. They always get it wrong, don't they? But yeah, that's good to watch, and then I'll get the other channel on my community post, and if he's done anything about it, because he's really good as well. But yeah, apparently there is a rogue object. So some, maybe some form of space debris, or are they hinting at something else, something mechanical? And where is it heading? What is it doing? Can we come up closer, kind of thing? Or can we get anything to look like closer? And there is another one. So there's stuff going on in space. You guys, if you like anything to do with space, let me know, because me and my mods love everything about space. We want to do Area 51 again. That was a bloody flop, that was, wasn't it? When me and Poppy done a live about that. Everyone thought we were gonna do a live about Meghan bloody Markle. And when they saw spaceships or whatever we were doing, they were like, "Oh, no." But I just think the whole universe is really, really fascinating. It's like sometimes I think, um, is our universe in like one great big bubble and there could be other bubbles? It's just amazing. And apparently, they probably told me this at school, but it just goes over my head. Um, apparently, stars, they're practically bigger than Earth. You wouldn't think it, would you? I'm up for that, Blue. Yeah, right. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Maz. Hang on, I'll get the comments up. But yeah, Megan's the harlot of Montecito has gone full chav there, isn't she? Fifi's going to have to start calling her a chav now. Duchess Chav. The the chaos effect is fascinating. Yeah, it sums up her personality. Sorry, I've missed a load of thingamajigs. I really don't know why this is. Yeah, I think if you can attack people, use people as clickbait to attack them in videos and lives or what have you, that's just really that's just really a coward's way of doing things. That's just getting content out of that. I mean, come on. What a weak person. Now, I think it's more around about up there in space. No, I think it's more around up there in space. Yeah, yeah, there's got to be. I mean, in a way, what was the point? There's two sides of this story. You know, one group of people could say, no, leave the planets alone. Don't try and live up there. It's for our pleasure to be able to see what God's made or the universe, whatever they do. On the other hand, I think, what was the point in making all these other planets, pretty ones as well, if we can't go up there? Do you know what I mean? I really didn't think stars were that I didn't think stars were that big though. Oh, hang on. Phone call. Oh, you got a phone call. No worries, Maz. The new item has appeared between Earth and 31 Atlas like a drone would. Ah, unless it's a drone. Yeah, Slime will be all right. Yeah, he's just having a bit of a break. I think. So, where do you think heaven would be then, if you believe in all that sort of thing? Where do you think heaven would be then? Because that's what makes me think about the bubbles. So if we come out of this earth into space, where would heaven be? I mean, is heaven a place where you all just float around in the air? Or is it got land and plants and soil and um, tarmac and Mustangs, horses and the car? I like both. Yeah, yeah, and we've done nothing to her, but yet she's saying all this shit about me and you and who, whatever. I mean, yeah. Check out my latest post, Alex, on my community page. Oh, not a physical place. Oh, where did that one go? No. Oh, god damn. Not a physical place. Right. So how will we walk? Will we, or we just sitting on clouds? That'd be a bit boring, won't it? And will there be food? Marshmallows? Exactly, Alex. It's all for Fifi. Right, I need to find out this stuff now, otherwise it's going to bug me. I want to know if we're going to all be sitting on clouds with our phones, or we sit on some kind of mattress thing when we need to eat. But where's the food going to come from if it's not a physical place? So that means we can't eat. We can't have marshmallows or donuts, jam donuts, or seaside donuts, coconut ice cream, steak. Oh, I love a good bit of steak. Oh, I love a good Whopper. Oh, I really fancy a Burger King now. See, this is the stuff I need to know. Alex, do you want to jump on? Right, I'm don't believe Denise is fake. Oh yeah, she's I don't agree. Michelle blocked me as I want to say police law in UK are different. Oh right. The cows in heaven wouldn't be happy if you're eating them. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. That's why there's no food. We're not even allowed to eat the trees because it would be harmful. Hi Pixie, how you doing? Go on. Oh, does that mean you want to come up, Alex? Oh, I'll put the thing in there anyway, just in case anyone. Oh no, I keep pressing the bloody wrong thing. Copied. Oh God, don't tell me I'm. Oh, good. Right, let's get that off. Oh, yeah. So there's weird things going on, and then that train incident, and then something else. There's something happened in France. What happened in France? Right, Alex is in the building. Hello, mate. How you doing?
You're right, hold on. I think I've got like YouTube on. Hold on, let me try and pause it. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, I had a YouTube on in the background, so it was
Oh, we're
I was
sorry.
getting like a double feed. Yeah, so what's the topic tonight then?
Oh, the topic was tricky into whatever. You know how it goes here sometimes. So I thought I'll get a bit more out the way, and then we can just talk about whatever.
Yeah, no, he's always playing the big one, isn't he? Like he knows this person, that person. He's got money to challenge anyone. He's just he's got that small dick syndrome thing.
Yes,
he's always got to big himself up, and you know the one thing that the one thing that surprised me was the way Denise was on a few lives ago. She was really kissing Fiona's ass. That really annoyed me, especially it was after that live. It was after that live that she did where she went on Fiona's, And Fiona was making out she didn't have no clue who I was. They were just talking about cakes, and then all of a sudden this nutcase just jumps in. I didn't know what he was on about, you know. And Denise is agreeing with her on her live, you know, announcing to everyone. And I think she's done a live straight after that, like saying what a nice guy Trevor was for lending Candle that money to pay his debts off. And how...
Yes, sorry, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, it's almost like they're saying to everyone, "Oh, look at us! Yeah, we now you know what we were doing all along. Yeah, yippee yippee!" Like,
you know. She was, and she was picking up Fiona as well. We shouldn't judge people on their past, you know, that kind of shit. And she's always been a lovely lady and all the rest of it. And you know, I've got like private DMs, so calling Fiona a bitch, and that she's gonna go after Fiona and Trevor and Candle. You know what she was doing in the private DMs with me and Slime. She befriended us and she love bombed us, and she made out that, you know, we're like children, you know, we're like her sons, you know, and we have this like relationship where we argue, but we always talk, you know, and all that kind of thing. But really, she all along she was getting in with Fiona. That was what she was doing to me and Slime. And you know, and I see exactly what she was doing with Slime, because she would make lives and then she'd like, the way she does it, she went on a live a little while back, and she was talking about Slime, but she was saying to people, don't ever let anyone tell you what channels to watch. You know, don't let anyone, you know. And that was after Slime, you know, had his thing, you know. And she was basically having a go at him. You know, I knew what she was doing. She was having a go at him, and then when he phoned in, she was love bombing him, like saying how, you know, she gets trust him and everything, but she was actually just flagging him off like before. And she is the biggest snake in the community. She really is. I don't know. Like, I've chatted to a few people about
me as well. You know, it's like I've done nothing to her, and she started shit about me and my friends. Like, stop, girl.
Oh stop. I guarantee you, she's DMing with Fiona. I guarantee you that, and they're talking because they guarantee you that. And I'm more annoyed about myself for allowing her to get in with me, to privately DM me, and you know,
she was good at manipulating, and that's nothing.
Very good at manipulating. And what I get annoyed about is like when I go onto a live, there's a group of people, and I posted about them on X. There's Clumple's one of them. I know she's in the chat, but you got Clumple, you got Cindy, you got Dave Murphy, you got Zeppa, and you got Chloe Celeste, and there's a few others that when I appear in a chat and I mention anything about Trevor or whatever, they all jump in the chat and go, "Oh no, not this boring, you know, thing again," and all that kind of stuff, you know. And then I've noticed that that what's her name jumps in the lives when I'm saying anything about Trevor, the one he gave the laptop to, and the you know, the little what's her name? Oh God,
Carla,
yeah, the one Trevor gave a laptop to. You know, he likes to give people gifts in quotes, you know, in inverted, you know, like pay their debts off, buy them laptops, things like that, and then he's got them in his little pocket. He can appear on their lives and promote himself being such a nice guy. You know, he has to tell the whole world he's given someone a laptop, and you know, he has to announce it to everyone instead of, you know. So it's not really a gift. It's a way of him, you know, showing what a nice guy he is. You know, why announce that you're giving someone a present? Why do you have to announce it to the whole world you're giving someone a laptop? You know, when they start their own YouTube channel. I think he said it about 10 times as well. You know, he's one of those people. No, he's one of those people. Nothing's for free. It's all for you know, it's all for, you know, promoting himself.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm more annoyed with myself with Denise, and that I actually, you know, I actually allowed her to get in with me and trust her. And you know, I've not spoken to Slime, but you know, I hope he feels the same way as well, and just keeps her at arm's length a little bit, you know, because she's no good. She really is no good. Like,
No.
I saw her live the other day, and it was basically a lot of candles lot there. You know,
Yeah,
it's basically
we're their content.
yeah, like Dave Murphy and all that lot are sort of popping in. I can't stand that guy. You know, he's another prick. You know, you know, Slime caught him out a few months ago.
Yeah.
Because he put a message about me, and I've got the screenshot, and he's taking the piss out of after, you know, the harming stuff, and then he tried to change that message, but Sly managed to take a screenshot of it, you know. So he's been winding things up, going back a long time. He put on my ex thing that I'm a sexual, that I sexually harass women online, and he has proof. You know, the exact same kind of candle playbook, you know, like that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, and that I didn't like, and I told Denise about that a while back, and she's never said anything to Dave about it. In fact, she was going along with his little thing that I'm some kind of dangerous person. You know.
Oh.
He
God.
posted. He posted when she done that short about where she tells me to fuck you, and I say it back to her. You know, she said that to me first. But if you look at the comments in there, that Dave jumped in there and said to her, "Be careful, because if he knows where your family is, you know, he's the kind of person that would go after you and your family." And Denise is there. You know what her thing is? I completely agree with you, Dave. You know what I mean? And then at the same time, she's sending me private DMs, like saying you're a nice guy and all the rest of it, and I appreciate you stood up for me and my granddaughter. You're the only one, you and someone else. And
God, what two-faced bitch, eh?
She's like that. She was getting in with Dave and that. Like, I've got screenshots of her in Candles when she went over and she became a member, and she's there apologising to Anita and so you know, all this stuff in the chat. She, you know, when I said that she didn't go in there to defend things, she didn't. She went in there to promote herself and look like look like a mediator that she wants everyone to get on. She don't want anyone to get on, you know. All that mediation stuff is just for her to make her to look like she's a kind, you know, loving person, but she's far from that. If you notice the tones when she's done lives about me, she's actually quite very similar to Candle, because if you look at the titles of a lot of the lives that she's done, one of them is like "Fuck you, Alex. Where are you?" like that, you know, because she said I was lying about something. She titled it that. She's titled another one about me, you know, saying "Alex, you blah 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 blah," and that's exactly what Candle does. He makes these lives and he titles them, you know. She promoted Fiona's live, and she hyped it as well. The one where Fiona done trying to trash me, you know. And she can't actually trash me because the beauty is I haven't got a YouTube channel for them to take away, you know, any kind of things. The only thing people know about me is I've got a picture on YouTube, you know, that's it. So there's nothing really they can do, like say when they can go after big creator and take away their subs, like what Trevor likes to do.
That's right.
You know, I think he's done that with quite a few people, Trevor. He's gone after them to take away their subs.
Yeah,
you know,
and that's what they've done with Slime,
Well, he did it. He did it with Mole. He done a targeted campaign against her where Candle got involved.
That's right.
And they were accusing, and Trevor was accusing her of being Atalanta. He was saying we have proof that now Mole is Atalanta. I've got all the recordings from Trevor's channel, and Candle as well jumped in saying that she was Atalanta, and then Trevor would come in Candle's live when he was accusing her of that. So they'd done a targeted campaign against her, and you know. I think Carla's probably a bit more smarter. I don't think she'll go after individual like creators like Candle did. You know, I don't think she'll make videos about Mole or videos about, you know, Paula or whatever. No. But Candle was bang on it. He was making videos about Paula, Mold, basically all the people that Trevor wanted to attack. He was using Candle's channel to do that, you know. And then all of a sudden he found a little bit of, he stopped talking to Candle for whatever reason, and I think the two most dangerous people is Trevor and Fiona, and I think that because they drink a lot, and I think they scheme a lot when they get drunk, and they cause a lot of trouble within the community when they're drunk. I think they do that a lot because if you look at a lot of the videos where Trevor has made threats to people, it's been when he's been drunk. And he's threatened to attack children, and all the rest of it. So I think they both get drunk. I think they probably drunk every night. I'm pretty sure I think every night they're drinking and they're scheming, and their brain goes into a different place where they start to think there's enemies where there aren't enemies, and then they start something and then they have to sort of carry it on. I think they're both really unstable people, and they're both like complete frauds.
They are.
Like when I can see when I see that the lies they've say about me, and the manipulation for months where they've been calling me all sorts of names, and then names that they shouldn't be calling someone like me, and then you see Fiona go on a live with Denise Burnside, who should know better because she's known about me for a few months, the stress that with the names that Candle's been saying and Fiona's been saying and Trevor have been saying about me, she knew very well. And yet she goes on Fiona's and she starts making me out to be, she doesn't mention the fact that they've been calling me, that word that I don't like for so long, so
as well, I think it's a case of we know what these people are now. They do it all behind the scenes. It's like you said about Fifi, like what she did to Slime, love bombing him, and then all of a sudden he starts to open up exactly how they operate, and then boom, attack using their new attack dogs, and get his channel taken down.
And it's a diversion as well because Fiona, people aren't talking so much about her. You got Denise talking, you got people, Denise is one of the, I've always I've tried to focus on important stuff, and Denise has completely diverted me on X. Where I've been like my last post, I got annoyed with Cindy because she's been playing the Little Innocent. She's been trying to get me cancelled from channels. She pops in and. I think one of the lives, someone was trying to dial in, someone called Andrew or something. And then Cindy's in the chat going, be careful. It might be Alex, careful, Denise, and all that kind of stuff. So I thought, fuck you. So I put on X 2 recordings. One of them where she was on Candles where, you remember when Candle attacked Foxy? Yeah, and you've got Denise there saying, I thought you were talking to him like a man, basically he didn't do anything to Foxy, and he attacked Foxy relentlessly. He attacked his mum, he attacked the way he spoke. I've got a recording of him going doop 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 like that, making fun of the way Foxy speaks. Yeah, I've got that. I don't know when I'm going to post it because people have said to leave the Foxy stuff out of it. But I posted a video where I posted one where Cindy was defending him over Foxy, and also when I think Becky was on with Cindy and Candor, and I think Becky says about when he was going to do something to Slime's throat, and you hear Cindy in the background laughing, giggling, So little Miss Innocent, who keeps going around channels trying to, with Clumpall, there's Zeppa, there's Dave, there's Chloe. When I go into a chat, they're all there trying to stop me from speaking, or when I'm, You know, when I'm talking, you've got Zeppa in there trying to act the toughen, you know, just because she's from Texas. She's probably about 60, 70 years old, but she's always going on about having guns and all the rest of it, like anyone gives a shit. There's a few of those Americans that do that. You know, they're always talking about, you know, we have guns here in the South and all that lot, you know, but they don't fucking use them, you know, like they just carry them around and, you know, whatever, you know. So no one gives a shit if you carry a gun, you know. You know, so you got those lot all in the chat trying to wind people up against me and everything from talking, you know. So I thought I'll put it up.
Yes, sorry. I was just going to say before I forget, it's strange how Denise and some of I can't remember the lady. One of them is a churchgoer, but they say they live for the Lord.
They're the worst ones. They're the worst ones, mate. They are the worst. They are the worst ones. Because they think they can do something bad, but they can be forgiven. You know, if they're the worst ones. Trust me. You know, they think they can repent their sins and you know all is forgiven.
Stories about it's and you and whoever else. It's just very disturbing.
Like I don't care. Like I know I'm on the side of right. Yeah. I know what people have done. I know what Trevor said about me and other people. I know what Fiona's done. I know what Candle's done.
Yeah.
So I'm on the side of right. But because I get angry sometimes in chats, there's sometimes when like things just get on top of me, you know. And this is no excuse, but I'm dealing with a lot of stuff at the moment.
Yeah.
And when you've got people, that's no excuse. That's not why I get angry. It's the things that Candle says and the things that Trevor have said and the things that Fiona has said. You know, it boils my fucking blood when on that live Fiona was trying to excuse that she called me the C word, the CUTTER. And Denise is in there saying, you know, it's all like, you don't know what to say nowadays, Fiona, to people. You know, when she knew damn well that that really got to me, that stuff that people just kept saying all the time. And making a joke of it, Candor, Trevor and Fiona. So I think Fiona said it 3-4 times on lives, not on, you know, on actual lives. Yeah. And Trevor said it quite a few times. Candor said it fucking 50 times. I can't even think of the amount of times he said it. And you got Denise there in the middle on a live with Fiona, you know, putting it down that it's my fault because it's, you know, I'm too much of a, what do they call it? Too woke. You know, I'm woke. You know, people don't know what to say anymore. You got her making that out to Fiona, announcing to her whole live that she's no longer going to have me on her channel. You know, and so that's the hypocrisy I don't like with Denise. She is a complete fake. And I hate the fact that I actually allowed her to trust her. You know, like I wish I didn't. I wish right at the beginning I just said, "Look, piss off." Yeah.
Yeah, but you just give people the benefit of the doubt, don't you?
Yeah, and what gets to me, she's got this little group now with her that are all agreeing with her about me. You know, and Cindy's leading the charge a little bit. And you know, when I was saying about the hypocrisy, and I'm not telling anyone to go against Cindy or to go against anyone. This is my thing with them. You know, I'm quite close with someone on X, and I've said a few things about a few people, and I've said to her, do not. She's done nothing to you. Yeah. So just, you know, this is my thing with her. So, you know, and what was I saying? Yeah, you got this little group now with so I'm going to expose every single one of them, every single person that was in chats that came over from Candles, and now they're playing all innocent and trying to make me out to be a mental case just because I've got angry in a few lives. One with you know, with Slime. And you know, I had my issues with Slime for quite a while, actually, you know, so before that, with other things, you know, to do with Trevor and to do with Jen, so, you know, but I'm all right with Slime, you know. But all those people that came over from Candles, you know, that was sniggering like Dave, you know, when he's got no fucking right to come into a chat and say to people stuff about me. He's got no fucking right, that Dave.
No, he hasn't, no.
Yeah,
No
he called me an online. He called me a what is it called? That I sexually harass women online. I don't fucking do that.
Oh,
but he posted that he posted that on one of my ex things because he wanted to silence me when I posted about him trying to use my profile to go on Denise's live. Yeah, so to try and make me take down that post that I made on X, because Denise told me twice that David tried to use my name on my account when he tried to phone in, and she also said that Dave had tried to use RB's thing, yeah, to go on a live. So that's what she said. So she said that, and then I posted on X, you know, about it, and then Dave phoned in and said, "Oh, it wasn't me, Denise. It wasn't me, Denise. I was taking my kids to school. You know, I was only listening to you by accident. You know." And I'm thinking, if you're driving your kids to school, how random is that you're listening to Denise's live at that exact time, and you phoned in a few minutes later? You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's all complete, you know, bullshit. Just like when Dave's always in hospital when there's dramas going on, you know, so that he doesn't have to get involved in anything. But, you know, and Dave, when I see someone like Dave in a chat and you've got Denise agreeing with Dave, you know, when I come on and I speak, and you got a piece of shit like him, yeah, and, you know, Denise is there all agreeing with him and everything, you know, and you got Cindy piling on with Dave and Chloe Celeste. You know, Denise was making a big deal out of me swearing at Chloe, at that Celeste. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, when I called her a CUNT. So what happened like a week before that or 2 weeks before that, she went on to Candles Live. It was longer than that before that, actually. She went on to Candles Live and she was slagging off Slime. I think Slime has made his peace with her, you know, after she went on there. But I ain't making my peace with her, you know, because the stuff that she said about me and she was laughing on Candles Live about me, I'm not like Slime. I'm not going to make my peace with her and get on with her. You know, I take everything like, you know, an apology ain't going to, you know, from her ain't going to make any good, you know. So I called her a name for a reason, and Denise knows that, you know, but she doesn't want to tell people. She doesn't want to say, "Oh, Alex, you know, the reason why is because, you know, she attacked him on Candles Live when she was in with him." You know, and you know they're all going on. She's a lovely woman, and she's just here. She's here shit stirring, yeah, making little comments about people, about Slime, and about this person, about, you know, she's making little comments about people here and there, like Dave does. You know, they're just here to shit stir. At the end of the day, like a lot of those people are Fiona's people. You know, Clumple, all those people, they're Fiona's people. They go back years with her. They're never gonna get in with anyone on this side of the fence. Never. You know. So I don't trust any of them, and you know, I see them in chats saying crap about what a lot of them are doing. They're trying to cause trouble with Pixie as well. So they're saying comments about Pixie in a lot of the lives, like slagging her off, calling her this and that. And I don't like that because Pixie's one of the only ones that stood up for me with Fiona. Where on a live she had a go at Fiona and told her off for calling me the cutter. She actually laid into Fiona. And you know what Fiona did on that live? She started, you know, she yeah, and then everyone feels sorry for her, and then everyone started attacking Pixie and me, yeah. And you know, the question that me and Pixie asked her was, do you condone what Trevor did when he threatened to dox Mole's child's pictures? Yeah. And Fiona's response was straight away, "Oh, but he's going through so much." You know, and that's when me and Pixie were like, you know what? There's no excuse for attacking a child. You know, and then she started crying, and then everyone's like, and Denise was as well. The way they spoke to you, Fiona, I didn't like, you know, she's all like that. She was all like that, Denise, afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, and she, you know, she's so yeah, there's a group of people that have come over from Candles, but they're all Fiona's lot. Yeah.
Right, okay.
And they're all there making, and I'm telling you, there's a lot of them trying to attack Pixie in the chats. Like, they're saying little comments about her, you know, being mental and being this and that, and I don't like that. You know, you know, so that's got. I'm not saying that's got to stop, like I'm saying it to anyone, but
yeah,
you know, if people want to play games like that, then I can start exposing people, you know, and things that they've done in the past.
Yeah,
you know, no, and you know, with Cindy, I've had enough of her. You know, I've had enough of that woman, because I remember her from Candles. I got multiple recordings of her when she used to go up on Candles panel, and then all of a sudden she's over here, like, saying stuff about me in the chat, that I'm this, that I'm that. She's no longer going to communicate with me, and you know, she's no longer going to do this. And you know, you got Clumple there as well, saying stuff about me in the chat. And Clumple weren't from his, but you know, for someone like Cindy to all of a sudden, she was. I don't like Clumple. I'm not saying for anyone not to like her. You know, yeah, I'm not saying for anyone not to like her, but
yeah, I understand what you're saying.
But I don't get on with her. I don't get on with Clumple. I don't get on with her, you know, because she has criticised me in the past on when she's gone up on lives. And I'll say again, I'm not telling anyone not to get on with her. I'm saying from my point of view. But the people that I'm pissed off with more are the ones that came over from Candles, that were up on his panel slagging people off and, you know, laughing when Candle was making these comments, like Cindy and like all those other Chloe Celeste and all that lot, you know. And all of a sudden, because something's happened to them, they've got like selective outrage.
Yes,
you know,
that's right, yes.
Oh, how dare he say that about me? And you know, like when he was going after what's her name, Cindy, all of a sudden she's like, you know, why is he saying this about me? And I'm looking at her thinking, bitch, what about when it was happening to everyone else? He was in the panel egging him on and agreeing with him. You know what I mean? And all of a sudden now she's over here, like winding everyone up against me and like, you know, saying, you know, be careful of Alex, you know, and all that lot. Why? Because I get a bit angry about stuff that really affects me and affects other people. You know. So and I was exactly the same after everything happened with Campbell. You know, but all of a sudden it's aimed at, you know, Denise, because she's pissed me off. And all of a sudden, you know, you got Cindy being the you know, she's got a little moderator thing or whatever. She's in the chats trying to tell people, you know, what to do and everything like that. You know, it's like, piss off. And Zeppa as well. Weren't Zeppa one of Candles mods?
The what? Sorry.
Zeppa, wasn't she one of Candles mods?
Oh yeah, that one that doesn't.
Yeah, she was. She was. Yeah, the one that keeps going on about text, you know, having guns and all that kind of bollocks. I think Candle's got a few of those. And Zeppa, I don't know what she did. I think she made a comment in someone else's live, and Candle didn't like it, and because he wants his mods to be like, you know, he doesn't get that they're doing it for free and they're giving up their time to mod for him. You know, he wants them all to kiss his ass when they're on other people's channels. But Zeppa, you know, Candle attacked Zeppa, and then all of a sudden Zeppa's here. And she's in lives now telling people to watch out for me, and you know, she's I'm like her food now, you know, and all this kind of crap. You know, and she's one of Candles. She was one of Candle's mods that was there agreeing with Candle every time he was attacking people. When Candle was saying things about me, she was in the chats like saying stuff about me as well, you know. So what?
Sorry, I was just going to say, I would normally say don't feed them, don't engage with them or anything, but after you describing a few things, I understand the reason why.
No, I don't give a shit. I've got screenshots, recordings of everything.
Oh
You know,
no,
so
that's why I'm saying it, because you need to collect the evidence. But
I've got it already. I was doing it at the time when it was all going on. Trust me, I'm pretty clued up with it. I'm really clued up with it. I just didn't want to get involved in all of this stuff. So I was just, you know, I was posting about Trevor and, you know, Candle and that lot. But, you know, if they don't want to play games in the chats,
well,
you know,
you
know, if they want to play games in the chats, you know, you got Zeppa, all of a sudden Candle, she's fallen out with Candle, but she was in there. I'm telling you, she was in there when he was attacking Slime, when he was attacking everybody. She was in the chats, egging him on and agreeing with him and winding up the chat, and you know the Zeppa. And then all of a sudden she's over at Denise's and saying stuff about me. You know what I mean? And she's the last person that, you know, like Dave Murphy, you know, that I'm going to allow to say crap about me. You know, when they were on Candor's side, you know, they were on Candor's side, and they're all Fiona's lot. I'm telling you, Zeppa, all of them, they're all Fiona's lot. Yeah. Even though they've left Candor's, they're still on Fiona's. So they're all that whole group that Denise has got on her channel. And who the fuck is that Dave guy that's got on all of a sudden? I can't even listen to her channel anymore because he's taken over the live. Him and his people have.
Yeah, there's two Dave Murphys. So
no, I'm talking about that Dave that Denise has on her live. Like,
I don't know. I don't think I've watched.
Yeah, she's got some weird guy on her lives now. He's basically taken over her channel with all of his lot, and it's just become a chit chat, you know, small talk channel where everyone's asking what jobs they do and, you know, you know, what the weather's like where they live and, you know, all that kind of crap. You know, I tried to listen to it for a little bit the other night, like on replay, and it was like, he comes on and they're talking, you got everyone paranoid in the chat because everyone thinks, you know, he's accusing everyone of being a troll, when everyone in the chat seems pretty decent. They're all just chatting away, but anyone that talks against him is a troll.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The same as, you know, Campbell's thing. Anyone that talks against him is a troll. Look at this troll here. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this troll. You know what I mean? And so it's become that kind of channel on their thing now. You know, it's just become like, you know, middle-aged builders, you know, all kind of phoning in, you know. And, yeah, so, you know, it's become one of those channels that I don't... you know, but yeah, I'm just saying, all those people that started playing games in the chats, you know, in Denise's live and everything, that it's fair game. It's on now, with all of them, with Dave and all of them. You know, Cindy, I'm gonna go after because I know I've got a lot of information on her when she's been on Candle's lives, so she can go fuck herself. You know, and there's a few others as well. Just got to kind of collect everything and put them all up. And it's not for people to view it. I just want it there as like, I want it there out in the open about these people.
That's right.
So I don't care about views. If I want, I can make YouTube videos about them and post the same ones that I post on X. On YouTube, but I'm not interested in YouTube or anything like that. You know, I don't need an income, a side income or anything like that. I'm fine with. I'm doing really well. So I don't need YouTube or anything, but I just want the information out there so that you haven't got people like Cindy going around playing the, you know, Miss Innocent and trying to make me out to be some kind of arsehole when I've got information about, you know, stuff that she's done on Candles, you know. So yeah, that's it. It's like game on with all of them, you know. And I say again, there's nothing they can do to me. I haven't got a YouTube channel. My ex, I don't even follow not one person. So all of the followers I've got on there have been completely organic, you know.
Right.
They're completely, you know, like I think what people do on X, when you see a lot of channels, you see that they're following about 5,000 people, you know, or 10,000 people they're following. So a lot of people go on X and they start following people all day in the hope that if they follow 100 people, that 5 or 6 might follow them back.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So so you see their numbers, and they, you know, you see someone that's got say 5,000 followers, Yeah. But then you look at the people that they're following the same amount of people, or 7,000 people. So they've just followed random people and they follow them back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how they do it, a lot of them, but I don't follow anyone, so there's no one anyone can attack that I'm following.
No.
So I'm not doing it for anything other than just to have it online, what these people have said, things that Trevor said, things that Fiona said, because they make their videos and they play victim like Fiona does, but then I've got it out there where things that should be calling me going back months.
Fiona forgets. She forgets that people screen record and take screenshots within like seconds of her starting her live. So she needs to stop lying, because she just keeps getting found out. I mean, love bombing Slime and then getting her other two attack dogs to trample him down. No,
she was never interested in Slime, Fiona, nor was Trevor. They had spent so long like slagging him off, and he was posting stuff about them, and they were posting stuff about him. Fiona was making parodies about Slime in his mask, calling him stalker, calling him this, calling him that. Then all of a sudden, she's, I love this guy, I like his style.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but he's a really nice guy. I really like him. And then at the same time Trevor was doing it. Is that a coincidence? That both of them, after all that time, were getting in with Slime. I don't know why they did it. Were they trying to get information off of him? Was Trevor wanting to know?
Yeah, they would.
Were they wanting to know what this person did, or what that person did, or who's this, who's that? And then you had Denise, and then you not surprisingly, had Denise in there as well. Yeah. She was doing all the love bombing and all the, trying to play mediate with everyone. I think you should apologise to each other and all that kind of crap. You get to a stage you can't apologise to people like Denise, but it's all for show with Denise. It's all for show with her. It's to make her look like she's a nice woman, but she's the most cunning one out of the lot of them. She really is. I'm telling you. Because I can release all our private DMs, the stuff that she was saying to me, what kind of guy I was, and thanking me and all of this kind of stuff, and at the same time she's stabbing me behind my back. And I think out of all of them, she's the one I don't trust the most.
Like that one.
Yeah, because people like Cindy, Zeppa, Dave, I kind of know where they are. I know they're Fiona's lot, so they're infiltrating a lot of the communities so that they can cause friction.
That's
and
right.
I tell you, the people that they don't like are the ones that speak out. People like me that will speak out, and I'm not afraid to say things about Fiona or Trevor or anyone like that. They're the ones that are in the chats now trying to slowly, turn people against me. They're trying to turn people against Pixie, a lot of people, and so you've got them in there trying to, and Denise is going along with it all. She's going along with it all, Denise.
Good grief. You just couldn't make it up, could you? All of a sudden, Denise was fine 1 minute, then all of a sudden, boom, starts slagging everyone off. And then she just exposes what she was, doing all along. The fake fights with one. And,
she's manipulative with it. And shall I tell you when I fell out with Denise? Actually, is after, I had the row with Slime on the live. Yeah. So what she did, she made a live saying stuff about me, saying, "You want to come after Slime, Alex? You've got me now, and all this lot. And I'm not the kind of person that will, she done a live saying all of that. I think the next day after I had the argument with Slime, a day or two after, and she started saying all that about me. It had fuck all to do with her, yeah. But she was still in there causing friction. I'm sure she's done the same with Kaz as well. you know, that she's, you know, and I've heard her a few times saying things about Kaz, but in a subtle way, you know. And so yeah, she forgets the people that are trying to do good in the community, that are trying to expose the people that are trying to actually expose people like Trevor. I've got my personal reasons for Trevor, you know, because of things he said about me, you know. So then I thought, you know, fuck you, I'll go after you for other things that you've done then, you know. But Denise has forgotten the people that are trying to do some good and are trying to expose a lot of these big creators that do abuse a lot of their subs, you know.
Absolutely.
Where there's some that use their subs sexually. I'd say that as a fact.
Yeah.
There are some creators that use their subs, you know, in other ways, you know, to attack other people, you know, and they weaponize their subs. Trevor does that a lot. He weaponizes his subs to. He did it, you know, specifically with Molly. He weaponized them to attack Molly. Fiona done that. Fiona done that to me the other day on her live. She made two videos about me. One where she played the recording when I was on Denise's, and then she started with the narrative that I was just some stranger. She never knew who I was, and you know, that kind of thing. And you know, so she made two videos, and then she done a live where Denise popped in. So she weaponized their subs, and if you go onto the comment section, there's, you know, thousands of people that are commenting on me being some kind of mental case and you've got her in the comments agreeing and everything like that, you know, and no one's aware of the things that she'd said about me in the past because Denise was too much of a lard ass to, when she was on, you know, Fiona's live, to mention any of that or to mention any of the things that Trevor or Candor had said about me, and Fiona being basically jumping in with the whole CUTTER thing that Candor and Trevor were doing. You know, it goes back nearly 4 months when Trevor called me that on Candor's live. You know, and so it goes back way back, and Fiona jumped on that bandwagon. You know, so you know, I know that they weaponize their subs. Like I said, luckily I don't have a YouTube channel. Otherwise, you know, all these people will be coming to my channel slagging me off and everything because she would name my channel. You know, she would say, you know, an old geezer or whatever, you know, so they'd all come over to my channel, you know, if I had like thousands of subscribers or whatever. So I know they weaponize their subs, you know. They do. Trevor, when he done it with Molly, he failed to mention all the things that he'd said about her. You know, and he just basically said she attacked my dad, and she, you know.
With Fifi, she'll go on and on about Drop Bear, Tweedledum and Tweedle Dickhead, and you know they'll go round and round like that. And then when like people like us come, well, bring the receipts, love. Where's your evidence? You know. And then she starts going and starts crying, and it's just ridiculous. Or she'll start calling you chavs or whatever she was calling me just because I've got an accent, you know. So you know, in a way that's voice discriminating. I'm not going to go woke about it, but you know where I'm coming from.
They failed to mention all the things that they've done to you on their little channels, you know. But then they say, you know, this person said this about me, this person said that about me, you know, and they weaponize their subs. And you've got a lot of like stupid people, you know, that will think that they're some kind of victim. Fiona, you know, I think recently Fiona, you know, used the Graham card again. And she said, "Oh, I'm going to go off. I'm going to leave YouTube." Or what did she say? I'm going off for a few days because I just can't take this. She tried to. She was saying about something. Well, it was something about Graham, and she said they'd never allowed the comments to be on, you know, this kind of thing. She's going to go on about Graham till the end of time to get that thing. But you know, we've all had our losses. I've had one that's 10 times worse than hers. I can tell you that as a fact.
we
But
don't.
you got Fiona on there, you know, going on, you know, and it's all, you know, it's just all bullshit. They're basically nobodies that have got YouTube channels, you know, and they think they're important,
Right.
you know, and
Well,
they're not.
yeah, this is it. Because what have we got? We've got two failed, in a way, criminals. So they bring their criminality onto YouTube and doing their crimes a different way. When before they wanted to be more in your face, kind of like, look who I am, and have some kind of status. That didn't work out. So they come over to YouTube and do it a different way. And like you said, they do. They think they're the bee's knees. Well, oh God.
Yeah, they're nothing. You know what? When you look at Candle's numbers on his viewings, they've really dropped. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's because he's trying to go more mainstream. You know, he's trying to talk about things that aren't dramas, you know. So his numbers have dropped. And I think Trevor and Fiona know that as well. You know, they have to have drama in there to get the people in, you know. And Denise is doing that as well. She's titling her kind of things using my fucking name, Alex, yeah, to title her videos, you know. And so yeah, that's what they're, you know, I think that Trevor, they've got no content, they've got no, I don't think either of them are interested at all in Meghan Markle. I don't think they give a two flying F's about Meghan Markle and Harry. It's just, yeah, they found a niche to you know, to talk about this, and they've grown their channel on that. But I don't think they're interested in that. They're you know, they have to have the dramas in there to get the numbers in. You know, that they're being, you know, they're being picked on, abused, they're being attacked. You know, how many times has Trevor said he's been attacked by this person? I've had years of being attacked, you know, all that. I've had this for years, people attacking me left, right, centre, and you know, I don't go on Twitter. How many times he said I don't go on Twitter? He keeps fucking saying it.
He does.
You know he's all like, he's all over Twitter. He's got his mods. He's got his mods like all like. He's got a couple of them subbed to me, you know, and you know he knows exactly what's going on. So does Fiona, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just sick and tired of these people that have infiltrated. And you know, Denise has accepted them. That's fine. It's her channel, yeah. But she's going along with their things with people that are actually trying to do good in the community, that are trying to expose it, you know. And I say again, just because I get angry sometimes, and I swear, it doesn't mean what I'm saying is wrong, yeah. And people are making a big deal out of it, you know. Cindy, you know, Denise, they're making a big deal about times that I've lost my rag, you know, and I've got a right. To, I think, out of anyone, I've got a right to be pissed with Fiona and Trevor and Candle, you know.
Yeah, it's the frustration.
So, yeah, so had there someone like Denise, you know, and all those other people in a little chat group try and silence me, you know, in favour of what? In favour of who? Trevor, Fiona? You know, they have to bribe people and give people laptops, you know, so that they can, you know, have them on their side, pay off their debts and everything, you know.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just saying on the record, I'm never going to trust Denise ever again. I'm never going to unblock her. All this stuff that they're saying that they blocked me, I blocked Denise first on X. I sent her a message and said, I don't trust you anymore, and I blocked her.
Yeah.
You know, so, yeah, these people I'm never gonna trust, you know. Anyway,
no,
I don't know if someone else wants to come on, but
no, yeah, I've got to go shortly soon anyway. See if go out, because you know what the fireworks are like.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a cup of tea and something to eat. All right then.
Yeah, thanks, Al. It's lovely chatting to you.
No worries.
You take care.
Sorry. Yeah, I just needed to rant, but yeah, take it easy. Bye.
Take care. Bye. Right, if anyone else wants to come up, I think if I still got it in post, I'll put that up there. But what's the time? Yeah, I'm going to have to go shortly. Right. The right person already happened for me, Madeline. I don't. Oh yeah, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy anniversary for the 25th. That's my brother's birthday. Right, guys, no more fighting in the chat. I can see both sides in a way. But yeah, Alex is right about a lot of things. And I understand his frustration. It's a hard one. But yeah, I just think if you can just pick someone to create content for, then you're really digging your grave, really. Kaz, if you're out there, I hope you're okay. And please reply to my email. I've just had a big idea and I need your expert advice, please. Report into the HR department, as always. You can even bring your igloo, Kaz. I don't care. Okay, Janet. Right. I'm going to have to go, guys, but thank you so much for joining us. And I think we need to look into a bit of space. Okay, Maz. I think we need to see what's going on in the universe, guys, because it's, in a way, it's an important, well, it can be important because we do need to know if things are man-made or aliens or whatever. You know, after all, this is a truth channel, isn't it? And we just want to get our facts correct as best as possible. Unlike some, they just, you know, pick a name out of their hat and think, ah, blah, 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 blah. Oh dear. Oh yes, Pixie. Yeah, did you see it? Yeah, they said it was the object. I think he mentioned. I haven't had a chance to watch all of it, but I'm sure he said something about it being metallic or something. That's why it's not orange. Night, Lisa. Thanks for coming in. Oh, that sounded rude, didn't it? Oh God. Oh shit. Only people with a dirty mind will think of something like that. Yeah, sorry guys. Be safe walking. Thanks, Maz. Right, guys. Thanks everyone for joining me. And thank you again, Alex. And Alex, I think with some things, try not to take it to heart. Because obviously I know you've got to do your thing, but they're also feeding off you. Do you know what I mean? So I'm thinking, if you didn't feed it for a little while, just to see what they do for content, if you know what I mean. But you do you. I'm just putting that out there. But you're welcome up here anytime. Right, guys, I'm gonna go. I'll probably see you on Monday. If anything interesting happens, I don't know, I might be back sometime over the weekend, but I hope all your pets are okay and have a good weekend. And thank you again. Don't forget to like, sub, and share, whatever we have to say. Guys, you take care, and I'll see you very, very soon. Toodaloo.